What is up, guys? My name is Pocketcraft and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning into today's stream. We've got an awesome deck for you guys, but before we get into that, let's address the elephant of the room. My face is here. Yes, for the first time in our channel's history, I've decided to show my face on camera. I think it's going to hopefully help the videos do better and help me have a better relationship with you guys. Hopefully now that you've all seen my face, you don't all go and unsubscribe and never come back. This is my first time. So let's try and please be a little bit patient with me. I might be kind of awkward as we go through it. But if there's a weird, dumb, awkward look on my face, hopefully that'll just make the stream more enjoyable for you guys. But like I said, in today's video, we're going to start off with this really new deck that I'm excited about and haven't used yet with Gyarados EX, Vaporeon, and Starmie. I think this is going to be a super awesome combination. I think it'll work out super well. It mainly relies on trying to set up Starmie, who has a free retreat cost, giving you time to set up Gyarados. Then you're going to retreat out and use Vaporeon to set up Gyarados. It takes a little bit longer to set up than some of the decks we've done in the past, but we're going to give it the old college try. We'll go for 5 battles and see how this deck does. But thank you for being here, Ethan. We're glad to have you as always. And let me know what you guys consider some of your favorite hobbies. Let's have that be something we talk about today in the stream. What are some hobbies? For me, obviously, YouTube, but I'd be interested to see what you guys are into and what you like working on. We'll go into trading card gameplay here, the little bit more advanced one, to show that hopefully this deck does really well. Or we'll lose all of them and find out that it doesn't do well. But I think this deck is going to perform really well. So we'll start off here with our first battle, see who we get matched up against. They've got the blue icon, which is pretty sweet. I need to work on changing some of my icons in the game. I think that's pretty fun. Let me know what your guys' favorite ones are. Looks like we have a pretty good start here. I think I'm going to put Starmie out, Staryu out for first, and hopefully we can pull a Starmie pretty soon. And then we'll put Eevee out on the bench. Looks like we're matched up against a fighting deck. And we got Hitmonlee here. So this should be an interesting one. It's not one of the typical meta matchups, so we'll see how it works. This Gyarados deck does pretty well against some of the meta ones. When Gyarados is set up with Giovanni, he can take out Mewtwo, he can take out Celebi pretty easily, and Mew without that. So see, looks like this is going to be an Aerodactyl deck, which I actually haven't battled yet. So I'm excited to see how this goes. I actually just pulled one of the full art Aerodactyl, which is a super awesome card. So I'm really excited to use that. We'll have to try and come up with a deck to use that pretty soon. Now, hopefully we pull Starmie pretty soon, or we're going to be in trouble here, but we'll see how it goes. I think that's going to be the one weakness of our deck, is just setting up in time. Oh, and that's the card I just pulled. So that is unfortunate. We cannot evolve our active Pokemon, which is a huge bummer. So that's not going to be good. Our deck totally revolves around us evolving Pokemon. We did just get Vaporeon, so that does provide some help. What we could do here, let's go for a Misty, and maybe we'll try and set up Vaporeon here, see if we can get lucky. And we get Tails, so that stinks. What I think we'll do, we'll put one on Vaporeon for now, and then we'll just have to wait. So we'll use Smack, lower Hitmonlee's health, and see how this goes. You look like a blonde, younger version of my dad. Well, awesome. Your dad must be a handsome man then, hopefully. Either that or I should be really insulted, but I'm going to assume he's a good-looking guy. Hobbies are gambling. Now, do you mean gambling as in playing Pokemon TCG Pocket and getting the right cards, or like for real hitting the slots? And I did not pay attention there. We did just lose our first Pokemon, so this one's not starting out super great, but like I said, this deck is very fun to use, but it unfortunately does rely pretty heavily on getting the right cards. Ooh, okay, he's got Marshadow here, who can do 100 damage if we knock out one of his Pokemon the turn before. So that's not great, because we're probably going to knock out his Pokemon this turn, but I don't know that we have any other better options. So what I'm going to do, I'm hesitant to use Leaf, but we need the energy. So let me make sure I understand his ability right. From bench Pokemon to your active. Yeah, so what we're going to do, we're going to use Leaf to retreat on Staryu. That'll let us retreat without losing any energy. We'll bring Vaporeon out here. We'll use Washout to bring an energy over. and then we will put on one more energy, and that should allow us to take out Hitmonlee. Only problem is he can now hit us with Marshadow for 100 damage, which is not good. So we need to hopefully get a Starmie here, and if we get a Starmie, then we can set things up to where it should work better. But otherwise, we're kind of donezo. So we'll see how this goes. We can't evolve our active Pokemon, but we can evolve Pokemon on the bench, as far as I understand it. And he's going to go for Sabrina. Shoot. Interesting. That's not what I expected, actually. And I'm kind of okay with it. We're going to lose Staryu, which stinks, but we do have a fully set up Vaporeon, and now he can only do 40 damage to me. So as annoying as that is, I think that was actually a bad play on his part. And I mean, it prevents us from getting into Starmie right now, which does stink, but hopefully I think we should get a Magikarp here. I'm pretty sure that's the only other basic Pokemon we have. Awesome. And if only we had, we'll have to wait at least one more turn. But if we had the, what's it called? If we had Leaf right now, we would be totally set up. We still have to wait a turn so we can get Gyarados evolved, as long as they don't have Sabrina. If he's got Sabrina right here, we're in trouble. But if they don't have Sabrina, we're in pretty good shape right now to where I think we could do this. My self-put-on rule is no money involved with gambling, so mostly games or events. And my dad looks cool, so not an insult. Cool. Yeah, I appreciate that. They do have Sabrina, so that kind of sucks. We would have been ready there, but I figured that might happen. Yeah, I as well, I don't gamble with money. I am from Nevada, so that's actually where it goes down, but I personally am not into gambling. So we did just lose that one. I was not paying attention. I was having too much fun talking with you guys. We probably didn't play that very well, but they had a pretty good start. Aerodactyl did stall us pretty well there. We'll have to try out a deck like that. It's a pretty fun strategy, and I think it does do well against a lot of decks. You know what I hadn't even thought about, but that's probably well, I guess it only prevents you from evolving the active Pokemon. I was about to say it probably stalls Celebi pretty well, but most of the time you're evolving Serperior in the background, so Aerodactyl wouldn't have any effect on that. But it's a good deck to look into. We'll have to try that out sometime. Going against Cage, battle number 2. Right now we're 0 for 1. Hopefully we can get a dub here. We are against a grass deck, which isn't our best option. I think I'm going to start with Eevee this time. We'll go for a little bit of a different change. And I think we'll max out our bench. Not sure if this is the best move or not, but I don't think there's any grass Pokemon that really go too hard on the bench. So we'll see. We got Leaf here, so we're ready to retreat if need be, but nothing else we can do for the turn. So we'll end for now and see what they go for. It must be an Exeggutor deck. I don't know what they're paired with, so we'll see if this is one of the more traditional genetic Apex decks or if they're involving some of the new Mythical Island cards. Let me know what cards are you guys hoping will most be in the new set. If you don't know, there's a new set coming out at the end of January. It'll have 3 booster packs. It'll be just as big as Genetic Apex. I'm pretty pumped for it. Let me know what cards you're most hoping to see in there. For me, I'm hoping Lugia. That's the one I definitely think I want the most. Whew, this is not great. We may have to sack an Eevee here. I'm hoping not. But if he evolves into Exeggutor right here, we're in big trouble. So we'll see. Maybe we get real lucky, but we get super unlucky and do 0 damage here. If they evolve into Exeggutor, Eevee goes down, and we might be in trouble here. So first, this deck, I know it can do well, but it's one of the decks where you really have to set it up correctly. So it's kind of like Dragonite, where you can do huge damage, but if you don't set it up fast enough or you don't get the right play, it doesn't do very well. But okay, so it is paired with Celebi. That's interesting. So it may be, okay, Celebi and Exeggutor EX. So we are not in a great position right now. Let's see. We really need to draw the right card this turn. So Eevee goes down, and I do not know that we have much that can counter him. So, yeah, I don't even know who to go out with. We'll go with Magikarp, and we can use Leap Out to run away if need be. But we do get Vaporeon, which is huge. But we still are not in the best position. I don't really want to lose Magikarp, So I think we'll use Giovanni. So this actually does 10 damage. And then we'll use Leap Out. Switch to... I don't really want to get a ton of damage on Vaporeon, but he can't knock us out. So I think I'm going to go for it anyways. We need time to stall. And hopefully if we can pull a Starmie this next turn, we are ready. If we do not pull a Starmie, then we're in trouble. Interesting combination. He's got Mew, Exeggutor, and Celebi. But he is fully set up. And shoot. I should have been careful about the Sabrina. So we're going to go to Staryu. Maybe not the best bet. I probably should have thrown Magikarp in, but I don't want to waste the energy. Yes, and I knew that Staryu can live at least one. Now we need to pull Starmie right here or Misty. We get Gyarados. Okay, well, we might as well start setting Gyarados up probably. Let's see here. Yeah, I think... Well, we can transfer energy to him whenever we need to. So we'll go for this for now. I'd rather not lose another Pokemon here. And Vaporeon can live at least one hit from him. And if he transfers into Celebi, he doesn't have Superior, so we can live that too. So he might Sabrina us, which if he does, then we'll have to sack Starmie. But I think this is our best bet for now. We'll just end the turn. We can live at least another day, and hopefully we get Misty next turn. I guess actually that may not work entirely because we still need to retreat Vaporeon, but that's probably the best bet. Misty or Staryu, and definitely not Starmie anymore. All right, so we are in trouble, but I think we might be able to pull this out if we get real lucky here. We don't have any healing cards, but Gyarados can do massive damage. And I just realized I don't think Giovanni adds any damage if... Oh, I thought we totally wasted Giovanni with Magikarp there. That's unfortunate. I think we'll start with Vaporeon. Actually, we should have gone into Gyarados. So if we do draw Misty here, we would have been fine. But we don't draw Misty, so that's okay. I think what we'll do here is we'll have to use Washout so we can at least get some damage off. And then we'll retreat next turn into Gyarados is probably our best move. They've used both Sabrinas, so we are safe from that. We know they can't make a switch, so we can get off at least 60 damage this turn, and then Gyarados will be able to take out Exeggutor next turn. Only problem... Okay, so Gyarados only makes someone discard an energy. That could be pretty good for us, or bad, but it shouldn't be too big. If he switches here into Celebi, we could be in trouble. He would need Leaf to do it, and he does have Leaf. So we need him to be unlucky. If he's unlucky, we are set. But if he's lucky, we're in trouble. So it's fingers crossed he gets at least 2 tails. And I hate it when they're slow like this. It stresses me out. Uh-oh. Okay, you got 1. Oh, no. Shoot. 4 heads. Okay, if that guy didn't have crazy gambler luck, we would have won that. I think we had that in the bag. He couldn't have switched us out anymore. We could have gone into Gyarados, who would have swept his team. But the 4 heads there, dang it. Okay, that's 0 for 2. It's 0 for 2, but, you know, we like underdogs, so we got this one. And I just see in your comment here, you want Garchomp card and just more Dragon and Steel types. That's true. Garchomp would be awesome. We really do need more Dragon and Steel types. Those are kind of the 2 types that you're right, we don't have a whole lot of deck options with. So I think Steel would be awesome. I think they're doing mainly Gen 2 Pokemon. So I think Tyranitar's probably coming. Lugia, Ho-Oh are probably coming. We'll probably get the Gen 2 starters. As far as Dragon Pokemon, I bet Kingdra's coming. It'd be awesome if they threw in Salamence or Metagross, but those may not come till a future set. I don't know, but that would be awesome if they came. I think we'll start with Magikarp here. We're starting with a different one each time. We're going to experiment and see if we can get this. We're going first. We're against another water deck, which is always an interesting matchup. And we pull Vaporeon. Okay, so we'll go for Pokeball here. We get another Eevee. I think I'll keep that in my hand for now. And I could play Misty this turn. And I think I will. Let's put it on Magikarp here and see if we can get anything good. Oh, man, our Misties are not hitting today. That would have given us a pretty good advantage there. If we could have gotten an energy or two there, that would have been huge. But we don't. That's okay, though. We'll keep setting things up here. And let's see what they're going for. Goldeen is an interesting one. I haven't faced a lot of decks with Goldeen in them. Goldeen and Finneon. Interesting. Switching into Finneon here, who can't do too much damage, but he might have the ability to evolve. He can do a little bit more, I guess. If he's got Giovanni... Oh, shoot. I was just about to say that's probably why he's doing it. Giovanni takes us out. Man, guys, we are not doing our best work. But that's okay. You know, we're going to get there. I think this deck really does have some capabilities. It's fun to play with. We just have not hit the lucky stride yet. So I think what we'll do for now, we'll put an energy on Staryu, and then we'll just end our turn for now. We got Leaf, so we can retreat if need be. If we pull a Starmie here, we could really start making some magic happen. Let's see what this does. Does 50 damage. Oh my gosh, to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. I need to pay more attention to what cards do. Shoot, guys, we are in a rut today. We may get 0-0-0. Hopefully we're able to win one of these battles here. I really need a Misty. All right, we got it. And I need Misty to hit, or we just lose. Now, I mean, technically, Lumineon can't do any damage if I don't have any Pokemon on the bench. So that's pretty nice. Okay, we get 1 heads. I'm okay with that. We can't attack this turn, but we'll be able to attack next turn. We just can't put any Pokemon on our bench, or we are screwed. So we'll end our turn for now. All you need to make the deck is start. You haven't pulled any Staryu yet. Dang, that's a bummer. Starmie is actually probably my favorite card to play with. I really enjoy it. I think Starmie is awesome. I only have 1 in this deck. Judging by the way things have gone, I may end up switching that because I think Starmie is really one of the best cards. Okay, I think we have come up with a somewhat safe way to stall this guy for a while. Right now, he can only attack our bench with his powerful Pokemon. So until he brings out another big hitter, I think we just don't put any Pokemon on our bench, and that's kind of our win condition here. So we'll see how it goes. If you need to use pack points to get Staryu, it's a basic Pokemon, so I'm pretty sure it's fairly cheap. I don't know the exact price for it, but I think it's only like 50 or 75 pack points. So you could get Staryu pretty easily, or just go for Wonder Pick there. We get our Gyarados, but unfortunately, we cannot use that yet. We are not safe to pull out a Magikarp until we take out these 2 Lumineons. They have the 0 retreat cost, so that is a little dangerous, but so far they don't have anything that can touch Vaporeon, so we don't really have a reason to change anything. Until now. Now there comes out Articuno, and hopefully he gets tails. If he gets a bunch of heads here, we're in trouble. But come on, we've had bad luck. Oh, shoot. And the bad luck continues a little bit. So we really just need to be able to outlive Articuno, but now we're in trouble because if we put anything in the bench, he can retreat and win. And we can't take out Articuno. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I think we lose. Unless... I mean, we can bring out Eevee. But next turn, he can do 80 damage to Vaporeon. And if we switch out, we lose. Yeah, I think it's an L no matter what. Dang it. Yeah, we are not doing well, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we'll go here. We'll let him have the satisfaction of taking us out. But this deck is in trouble. So let's see how this go. I'm too poor, just got a Dragonair. No worries. You can catch up. I think Wonder Pick and trade will be a great way to get Staryu. Staryu will be one that's not too bad for trade. Is that Dragonair just filling out your Dragonite deck, or is there still any more cards you need for that? That is actually Dragonite's one of the decks I do really enjoy playing. I should build another variation of it. Haven't done that in a while. Well, so this deck, it's not our best. It's not the best one we've featured in live streams. We've definitely had some that perform better. But you know what? We're going to keep going because I know it can do well. It just needs to be set up correctly. So this definitely isn't one that I would, go into the event trying to win 5 in a row with. But one of my big things with Pokemon TCG Pocket that I hope all of you guys adopt is have fun. Try out new cards, experiment. I think there's too many people playing this game who only use just the deck that they know will win. You know, they just use Celebi and Mewtwo over and over again. And we've actually been super lucky, and we've run into a lot of variety tonight. So good job, people who were playing tonight. I think other people are starting to see the same thing. But I think that's an important thing. So even if you're not winning, try out some new cards. I think it's fun. And then you'll obviously try and make decks that do well, like some of the ones we've used before. This one is not our best, but I think we're still having fun with it. So we hopefully have a better setup here. Pokeball should get us a Magikarp. And then if we can get a Staryu, the ideal pull here. If we get Staryu and Vaporeon, we are in an awesome position. Vaporeon, not Starmie. That's what I meant. We have not gotten a single Starmie yet. I think I need to change up this deck to add another Starmie, because that is a pretty big part of our win condition. But for now, we'll just smack this Nidoran around and see how it goes. I haven't played against a lot of Nidoking Nidoran decks, so that'll be fun. Just finished the Dragonite deck. Failed every Staryu Wonder Pick. You've done 2 today alone. Shoot. That is a bummer, man. That's the thing. Wonder Pick, sometimes it's awesome. Sometimes you just miss it over and over again. I've missed a ton of Kabutops. I've been trying to get Kabutops for so long. But actually, while I was filming another video for the channel today, which will be coming out this weekend, so keep your eyes out for that, I finally pulled Kabutops. I'm pumped about it. So that'll be awesome. Shoot. We're getting bodied, guys. We are getting bodied. I don't want to lose a Pokemon here, but I don't want to put us in trouble. I think we're just going to have to retreat, which stinks because we can't get any damage off. And if he evolves into Nidoqueen, then we are in some trouble. But that's okay. Hopefully we get Misty next turn. That'll help us. We really have not had luck with our pulls, which is the problem about some of these decks that have more Pokemon lines, like the one we're using right now. Okay, so most it'll do is 80 damage until he gets a Nidoking out there. But we also can't hit it very long, and we can't last 2 80s. So now we need Misty for sure, or Leaf. And yeah, this is not looking good for us again. Interesting. This might be a Nidoqueen Weezing combo. Okay. We need at least 1 heads, Misty. You have betrayed us all game long. Please. Please, Misty. Yes. Okay. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay, that's awesome. Misty felt bad. So that's huge, because can we set up Gyarados right now? Oh my gosh, I think we can. We lose 2 when we retreat, but we'll still have 3. Okay, this is huge. We finally get to use our big boy. We've been trying to use this guy for forever. We'll wash out all of our energy onto Gyarados, and this will be huge. So I think maybe, as much as I love the Starmie line, it's either not necessary in this one. I mean, the retreat is awesome. Something that might work is if you take out one of the Eevee and Vaporeon lines, leave that to just 1, and then bring in 2 Starmies. That might make this deck work a little bit better. But I think we are in a pretty good position right now. Gyarados is a beast. Once he is set up, he is pretty hard to take down. So unless you've got like a fully set up Celebi, it's hard to knock him out. So I think he's going to be able to put in some work for us here, and we'll get our first win. Like I said, this deck works really well when you get set up. We just have been unlucky so far. And we are going to get poison from Weezing, which does kind of suck. Oh, but he's actually going to go for the switch out here. I think we'll go into... I might just sack Eevee. I mean, Staryu. May not be the best bet, but I think that's what we're going to do. So that's what we'll do for now. It is a bummer, but I think it's our best bet. And I don't love it. Hopefully we pull Leaf. I'd like to just switch him out. We don't. We get another Vaporeon. So we'll put on an energy here, and I think we're just going to let Staryu die, which is pretty messed up. Maybe we won't. I don't really want to get Gyarados poisoned, though. And I don't want to give him time to set up. But I think we're kind of okay to let it happen. The problem is if he has another Sabrina, well, I think we're fine. Staryu's going to die. It's a calculated risk, but we're going to go for it. So we'll see what happens here. When you're just eating a wheel of cheese, then I don't. I don't know that I've ever eaten a wheel of cheese or had the mafia come after me, but I hope you're okay, Ethan. That does not sound like the safest situation, but hope you're okay there. I don't know that I've ever even seen like a real wheel of cheese being eaten, so that's pretty fun. What's your favorite guy's favorite kind of cheese? I'm a cheese man, but I don't know that I have a favorite kind. So we'll see how this goes here, and this is a little bit annoying. We got Sabrina again. I'm hoping we draw Leaf and we can just take care of Weezing right now. We do get Misty, which could work actually. So let's hit Misty here. If we get... nope, doesn't work that time. So we could retreat. I don't really want to yet. Because they could Koga into Nidoking right here, and that would be a problem for us. Because I could transfer the energy from Vaporeon, but I don't think I'm going to do it yet. I think I'm just going to end my turn. We're risking a little bit stalling here, but I think it's the safest move. Because I'm pretty sure Nidoking does more damage if you're poisoned. I could be wrong. And so if he Koga'd here into a Nidoking, I think it'll take out Vaporeon, and I don't want to lose any of our energy because it takes so much to use Gyarados. Okay, I guess Nidoking just poisoned you, so we would have been fine actually, so that's kind of a bummer. But we'll have enough now we can switch out. He's out of Sabrina's, so he's kind of stalled for as long as he can, and we should hopefully be able to just take care of him right here. So let's see what he does. If he goes for the Koga, I don't think he will, but he can't transfer out into Nidoking otherwise. And looks like he's not sure what he's going to do yet either. Hopefully we go for Leaf so we can save some energy, but if not, we should be good anyways. And he does go for the Leaf, but he hasn't put any energy on Weezing, so I don't think he can retreat anyways. So that's a little bit awkward on his part, but he'll Gas Leak us anyways. We're already poisoned, and looks like he's just figuring out how to end his turn. Hopefully we pull Leaf, and we do, which is huge. So let's Leaf here. We can now retreat into Gyarados. And we might as well put an extra energy on him to be safe. Actually, I'll put it on a Vaporeon, I think, because we can transfer it anyways. We'll go Rampaging Whirlpool. Hopefully we get lucky and it takes the Nidoking's energy, but it honestly doesn't matter. I think we got the dub here either way, and we do get lucky. It took Nidoking's because it could have taken ours. Now, he's drawn this out to be a little bit longer than it needs to, but we should get a dub here. I think we're starting to learn how to use the deck, and we got a pretty good draw this time. So he will get us poisoned, but we've got Giovanni right here. And I guess that's true. He doesn't know we have Giovanni, so he probably thinks he wins. Hate to burst his bubble, but we'll throw out Giovanni right here, and we should get the dub. And so, I mean, it's definitely possible that this deck is better without Starmie, but I think it's really fun with Starmie. Hopefully we can get an example here of how Starmie can work with this deck. It's really the no retreat cost is the big part, but we did just get a dub there, so that is our first one of this stream, unfortunately, but we got it, and now we'll go and see if we can get another one here. And we took down Cool Trainer, who is cool. They did well. All right, so let's see if we can take this one. I'm hoping for one more, and then as you guys know, stick around to the end of the stream. If you did miss last stream, I've started a new thing where at the very end of the stream, after we do our 5 battles, I'll do one battle with one of you guys. I'll put in a private code. Whoever enters it first is just who I'll end up battling. So make sure to stick around for that so you guys get a chance to be part of that. And it'll be a lot of fun. Who's going first? I'm going second. Okay. I will go for the Magikarp then. We do finally get Starmie, but we don't have Staryu. So hopefully we get it here. Now, this is not great. We are facing an electric deck. So he's got the type advantage, which is dangerous for us, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. He's going to Professor Oak. This is probably a Raichu deck. I feel like that's the main kind that uses Magnemite, but it might be something different. We'll see. We get Leaf, which is not super what I was hoping for. We're going to have to jump away here, leap out into Eevee. Otherwise, we will get bodied by Magnemite. Hopefully they don't have Sabrina because we will lose our Magikarp here. So we'll see. But I'm sure they're... Okay, we're good. They're using Professor Oak. And usually this deck with Magneton and Raichu, if that's what they're doing, they'll be running a lot of different supporter cards. They use Lieutenant Surge and some other things, so we should be safe. Now we got a chance here, but they will set up pretty quickly. And looks like it might be a Jolteon deck, which is interesting. I actually haven't played against a Jolteon deck before. Let's see. We could get fully set up this turn for Gyarados, which would be awesome. Come on, Misty. And Misty sucks. We have not had good luck with Misty tonight. That's a bummer, but we'll keep setting up Gyarados, I guess. That's our best option. It'll take him a little bit to set up Magneton here. He won't be able to do it next turn, but after that they will. So this is going to be a little bit of a scary time. We're both getting set up here, and so we'll just see what happens. It'll be luck of the draw after this, I think. And he's got Pikachu, so it is going to be a Raichu one. So Raichu does 140 damage plus the weakness. We could live one hit from a Raichu, but nothing more than that. He is going to retreat from Magneton, which is unfortunate because that's the guy that's going to be setting up Raichu. I would have liked to take him out. But he's going into Jolteon, who is actually pretty dangerous. Jolteon could do a ton of damage or like no damage, depending on these coin flips. So hopefully we get lucky. And it was 50-50, but we still lose Eevee, so that's a bummer. We don't have any bench Pokemon either, so we have to go into Gyarados, which scares me a little bit. So we'll see what happens. You always lose at Misty other than one time. You got 8 in a row. That's crazy. And it caused your friend to quit. I don't blame him. That is pretty frustrating. 8 in a row is pretty crazy with Misty. So we'll see here. I'm going to keep trying to set up Gyarados. Hopefully we don't get wrecked this turn. If you guys have any friends who do enjoy Pokemon TCG Pocket, tell them to come on over. Check out the streams. Everyone's welcome. We'd love to have you guys all here. And see, he does have Raichu now. So X-Speed, yep. I think we're about to get bodied by a Lieutenant Surge move right here. But I don't know that he'll have enough. I think, yeah, he will have enough energy for Lieutenant Surge, which won't kill us completely, but it will get us pretty close. So this is not great. I think, I guess he's not Lieutenant Surging, which makes sense. If he gets any damage on us, then Lieutenant Surge will kill us. So this is kind of an L. I think we lost this one, guys. But, oh, wow. Yeah, I just did 140 damage with Jolteon. I don't know that we have a win condition here, because if he's got Lieutenant Surge, we're done either way. I mean, if he doesn't have Lieutenant Surge yet, we did just get set up from Misty. Sorry for saying you suck, Misty. You actually were pretty big for us there. We'll switch and just pray he doesn't have Lieutenant Surge yet. If he's got Lieutenant Surge, we're done. Oh, but I can't use any more support cards. Never mind. We're done anyways. Yeah, Magneton can take us out anyways. Shoot. I thought we had that, but I forgot we can't switch out after we use Misty. So that's going to be an L unless he play. Actually, Magneton can't get set up. So as long as he doesn't have Lieutenant Surge, we're actually safe. Now, I do think he probably has Lieutenant Surge, is my guess, but we'll see what happens. And he does, yeah. So never mind, we still do get the L. It has not been our most productive night with live streams, but we got a couple of wins in here. We'll go one more with you guys, and we'll see if we can get the dub with this deck. So everybody get ready. We're going to put in the private code here in a second, and we'll see if we can get this win. So we'll send thanks over to Haitan, and let's go into private match. We'll do the same. Well, actually, let's go Pocket Craft. I think the farthest it goes is Pocket Craft. So put in Pocket Craft here, everybody. I'll give you guys a second to enter the code, and then I guess I should go here first so you don't accidentally end up battling each other, but that would be pretty fun too. So we'll put it in. We'll see. Looks like it may just be Ethan on right here, so you might get guaranteed to come on in, Ethan, but if anybody else is here, then there too. But looks like we're back with Ethan, and we'll see. I'm excited to see what deck you're using this time. And as you've seen, this deck has not been performing well, so you might beat me 2 weeks in a row, Ethan. Let's see. I'm going first, and we get an okay setup. This could work out if we get luck with Misty. Let's see. Looks like you've got Dark deck, maybe? I wonder if you're using the same deck from last week. Looks like you are. All right, so let's see. Last week's deck versus this week's deck. I cannot speak. Last week's deck performed way better than this week's deck did. So I think you've got a pretty good chance here. We do get the Magikarp, which is nice. If I remember right, last week's deck I don't think has Sabrina, so we don't have to worry about the switch. So this could be an interesting matchup. We'll see what happens. If we get lucky with Misty, then we're in pretty good position. But let's see what happens here. You'll probably Coughing into Division. You'll get your other Coughing out here. And then we'll see what goes from here. So Scolipede can do a lot of damage if we don't get set up quick enough. So we are going to need we're going to need Misty to land pretty much is what we need to happen. So we'll throw Vaporeon out. We'll throw Gyarados out, which actually is maybe a bad idea because we could get pretty wrecked if you get, what's it called? If you get Weezing set up here, we don't have the opportunity to switch. We get 1 heads, 2 heads, 3 heads. Okay. That's pretty huge. I got to stop hating on Misty. Well, I think I might actually go for Washout so we can start doing some damage. And then when we get the chance to retreat, we can go out into Gyarados and he can put some damage on the board. So this is pretty good for us. We've got a good start. We'll just transfer energy until we get 3 onto Vaporeon so we can get some damage off. And we'll see what happens. That's a lot. Yeah, we did get really lucky there. Sorry about that, Ethan. That is a bummer, but you do, I think, have the better deck. That deck did a lot better last week. So we'll see. You might be able to pull it through. But we did get... This is probably the best start we've had all game, actually, with this deck. See what happens. Whirlipede is up. Let's see if you have Weezing or not. And we'll see what you do here. X-Speed, that makes sense, into Whirlipede probably to get us poisoned. And then if you've got Scolipede, we would actually be in trouble. Shoot. So I need to figure out here if we can... I need Leaf. If I get Leaf, we'll be in a good position. But Scolipede would take us out here, and we would lose all that energy we got, which we don't want. We get another Vaporeon, which is not what we need. So let's see. Does Misty do well for us again? And no, it doesn't. Okay. So I think our best option, I think we need to retreat, even though I hate to do it. I think it's our only option because if we get hit with Scolipede, we lose Vaporeon and we lose all of the energy, which would be a huge bummer. We don't have enough to attack this turn, so it does give him a chance to set up Scolipede and get off some pretty good damage. So we'll see what you do here. You could also transfer, I guess, into a Weezing or something, but we'll see what you have. And the suspense. But, yeah, Scolipede is out. Scolpide's got pretty big health. We'll get hit with 70 here, but we don't lose Vaporeon, which is nice. And we'll see. This is probably going to be a pretty close one, I think. We've got a good start, but your deck sets up pretty fast. And we'll see what we got here. We do have Leaf. Would have been nice to have that last turn, but that's all right. We'll use Vaporeon's Washout, and we can hit you with Rampaging Whirlpool to take out Scolipede, which is nice. But you can do a lot with Coughing and then setting up another Scolipede. And you don't have any EX cards, so we're gonna have to take out 3 of your Pokemon. Where if you take out Gyarados, we're in pretty big trouble on my end. And we do lose my energy, which kind of stinks. That's the one problem with Gyarados, is if your other Pokemon has a low energy deck like yours, where you're barely using any energy, there's a chance that I just keep hurting myself by taking my energy. So it's a little bit of a bummer, but we'll see how this goes. I don't know if you have Weezing or not. And we'll see. Looks like you do have Weezing, so we're going to get poisoned here, which is real unfortunate. But that is the way it is going to be. And then my guess is you'll probably have, if you're able to set up with Scolipede, you'll be able to take us out, which is a problem. So I got to decide here if it's better to retreat or not, because we will get hit pretty hard. Let's see what cards we get here. Oh, I guess that eliminates me from retreating, though. We get Giovanni, we get Leaf. Yeah, I think this is our only option, but we might lose Gyarados next turn, which is going to be a problem for us. But that is future us's problem. So we'll hit you with this. If you have a Scolipede, we're donezo. Unless, I can't tell if you have energy on that Whirlipede or not. Let's see. Okay, looks like there's no energy on Whirlipede. So we can live one turn. And so we're gonna have to retreat here, or we lose. And let's see if we get another card out, because I would hopefully like to have a better card. Okay, Sabrina, interesting. Let's Sabrina into Staryu. I think that's our best bet. You won't be able to knock it out, but it has a cheap enough retreat cost that we can go back into Gyarados. Oh, Scolipede there. I can't, but we do live to fight another day. Oh, we finally get our Starmie, but Starmie unfortunately does not do enough damage, but I guess we don't have to use Leaf. So finally we get to use Starmie. This is the whole point of Starmie. The reason it's good in the deck, what I've been trying to show you guys from the beginning. When you get Starmie set up, you got free retreat right back into Gyarados after you've got him set up. If we had put energy on Starmie, if we started out with Starmie, you could have used Vaporeon to send that over into Gyarados. And then you get this kind of perfect storm here where you Giovanni it, Starmie, and then Rampaging Whirlpool. Good game, Ethan. We're 1-1 now, and so we'll have to see if you're back here next week how it goes. But thank you guys all so much for tuning into the live stream today. Make sure to come back next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, I think is the time zone. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoy my videos, if you like being a part of this, and you want to be more involved in the channel, consider becoming a channel member. We've got some awesome perks for you guys. You get some cool custom emojis, and we're able to kind of hang out a little bit more. But thank you guys so much for being here.